Love them or loathe them, the Alternative for Germany, or AfD, isn't just another political party. They're a cultural phenomenon, a political maverick, and they're here to challenge everything you think you know about German politics. Founded in 2013 during the Eurozone crisis, the Alternative for Germany, AfD, emerged as a response to the economic policies of the European Union. Initially focused on opposing EU bailouts and advocating for a return to national monetary policy, AfD quickly transformed into a broader right-wing movement. Over the years, it has positioned itself as the loudest opposition force against Germany's political establishment, shaking up the Bundestag and regional parliaments alike. One of the biggest milestones for AfD came in 2017 when it became the third largest party in Germany, securing its first seats in the Bundestag. Since then, the party has continued gaining ground, especially in the eastern states, where its message resonates strongly with voters who feel left behind by globalization and mass migration. AfD has been one of the most vocal critics of Germany's open border policies. Since 2015, when Germany accepted over 1 million refugees, the party has positioned itself as the defender of national identity and security. Their platform includes strict immigration controls, border security reinforcement, and a reduction in asylum approvals. One of their key proposals is the repatriation of rejected asylum seekers and the introduction of remigration policies to encourage non-integrated migrants to leave Germany. They have also advocated for prioritizing family-based immigration over mass migration policies. In local governments, AfD members have pushed for bans on foreign language advertisements and stronger German language requirements for residency permits. Their argument? A nation that loses its culture loses itself. AfD is one of Germany's strongest Eurosceptic voices, frequently criticizing the European Union for what they see as bureaucratic overreach. They argue that Germany contributes disproportionately to EU budgets and that policies dictated by Brussels undermine national sovereignty. One of their boldest economic proposals is a Dexit, Germany's potential exit from the European Union if the EU does not reform. While this remains a long-term goal, AfD has successfully pushed for reducing German financial commitments to the EU and opposing further integration efforts. Unlike traditional right-wing populist parties, AfD supports free market policies, lower taxes, and cutting what they call excessive welfare benefits. They oppose raising the minimum wage, arguing that it hurts small businesses and economic competitiveness. In Saxony and Thuringia, where AfD has significant influence, they have promoted policies to support local industry, reduce bureaucracy for entrepreneurs, and lower energy costs by opposing strict environmental regulations. One of their key economic pledges is to reduce taxation on middle-class families and eliminate Germany's controversial solidarity tax. A levy originally meant to support the reunification of East and West Germany, but which AfD argues is outdated and unnecessary. AfD takes a strong stance on cultural issues, positioning itself as the guardian of traditional German values. The party opposes gender ideology, political correctness, and what they call forced multiculturalism. They have advocated for strengthening family policies by increasing financial incentives for German families to have children, rather than relying on immigration to sustain population growth. In education, they propose reducing the influence of woke ideology in schools and ensuring that German history is taught from a national perspective rather than a globalist one. AfD is one of the few German parties calling for closer relations with Russia, particularly in terms of trade and energy security. Unlike mainstream parties that have supported sanctions on Russia, AfD argues that Germany should maintain diplomatic and economic ties to secure affordable energy prices and protect German businesses from geopolitical conflicts. AfD is the only major party in Germany that openly questions mainstream climate policies. They argue that Germany's aggressive green energy transition is harming the economy, increasing energy prices, and making industries less competitive. They advocate for a return to nuclear and coal energy to ensure energy independence and affordability. In local governments where AfD has influence, they have blocked wind farm projects and pushed for investments in traditional energy sources. AfD's current leadership includes Alice Weidel and Tino Truppala. a duo that has strengthened the party's appeal among conservatives and working-class voters alike. Vital, an economist, represents the party's intellectual wing, often speaking on fiscal policy and business-friendly reforms. Trupala, a former tradesman, connects with blue-collar voters who feel abandoned by traditional parties. Under their leadership, AfD has expanded its voter base and won significant victories in state elections, proving that they are more than just a protest movement. They are a serious political force. AfD's influence continues to grow, particularly in Eastern Germany, where it has become the dominant political force. Their challenge now is expanding their support in Western Germany and positioning themselves as a viable governing party rather than just an opposition movement. Many mainstream parties refuse to work with AfD, labeling them too extreme. However, with the shifting political landscape and rising dissatisfaction with establishment parties, some speculate that coalition politics could eventually force negotiations. AfD is no stranger to controversy. The party has faced accusations of being too radical, with some members under surveillance by Germany's domestic intelligence agency. However, they argue that these attacks are politically motivated attempts to silence dissent. Despite media opposition, AfD continues to grow. Their online presence is particularly strong, reaching millions of Germans who feel misrepresented by mainstream news outlets. By leveraging alternative media and grassroots activism, they have built a loyal and passionate voter base. So, are the AfD the saviors of German culture, or are they steering the country into turbulent waters? Their policies challenge the status quo, their popularity is rising, and their opposition is fierce. But the real question is, what does Germany want for its future? Like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the politics that shape our world. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think AfD is the future of Germany or a passing political storm? Let's discuss.